Hey kids, hey boys and girls, hey YouTube fans, welcome to Frankfurt. Today we're here with the Canon PowerShot SX720 HS. It's a small digital camera and of course you cannot change the lens. It has no flip screen, you can't connect an external microphone, not the cheapest one, not the most expensive one. And all the important specs of this camera will be shown in this video. Enjoy watching this review in English now, and if you have any questions, leave me a comment below. If you write me an email like 10-20 sentences long, I'm not gonna answer it, so write me down here. And of course you will find a lot of these photos from this video in the description below. There's a download link for you. So enjoy this video, bye bye. Bye bye? No, welcome. Let's get to the features of this camera. With the Canon PowerShot SX720 HS you get a 20 megapixel sensor and a focal length with an equivalent focal length of 24 to 960mm. At the lower side you have as always a tripod mount and a compartment for the NB13L rechargeable battery with its 1250 mAh and a place for the SD card. That can be used up to 128 GB without any problems. On the other side we find a micro USB port and a micro HDMI port. There's an integrated flash as well, and there's a strange button with some arrows pointing to it that we will discuss later in this review. On the upper side we have a record button for videos, a switch for the zoom and the shutter release button. On the photographer side there's a big mode dial for selecting various modes such as manual mode and live mode. The camera feels pretty good overall, and through the nice grip on the front side you can easily hold it with one or more hands. What concerns Roberto a lot when a camera does not have an electronic viewfinder, which could be a trigger for stress. Now I will show you some details about this camera later on the ultimate jeans test. On this day Roberto was wearing a tight jeans, and as you can see this camera does fit in his jeans as well without any problems. So guys, and if you don't have any space left in your jeans, your wife or girlfriend might have some in her bag. The menu of the SX720 HS is pretty simple, so you shouldn't have any problems dealing with it. It's really clear, and if you are a beginner or a kid or a senior, you will see it's simple to use. The zoom of the Canon PowerShot SX720 HS is really intense, as you can see in some examples in a bit. The lens extends up to 100mm when you zoom and gives you a nice wide angle starting at 24mm with pretty close shots at 960mm while you zoom. The button with the arrows on the side of the camera shows you the current field of view while you were zooming in to let you know where you are at the moment. I recommend to try it out to have a better understanding of how it works. It works best at high focal lengths while you were taking photos of your neighbor. As you can imagine, we don't get a lens with a fast aperture, so during hours of darkness I recommend keeping the zoom at a lower level. With the 720 HS you have a maximum rate of 5.9 photos a second, so occasionally good for taking some sport photos. I recommend buying a fast SD card as well. Even though the 720 HS has a great buffer, you can take up to 250 photos until the battery dies, and a few more photos during continuous shooting. If you like to shoot some jewelry shots or other detail shots or flowers, the 720 HS offers a great macro mode during wide angle shots. You can get as close as 10mm to your subjects to catch all the details you need for your work or hobby. The low-light performance of this little camera is quite good. The colors stay natural, also at the highest ISO setting of 3200. The noise is being good suppressed. As a good result of that, it might be an option for you on the next concert or birthday party, but the more ambient light you have, the better the result. As many other digital cameras is the 720 HS also equipped with an integrated Wi-Fi interface. Download the free Canon Camera Connect app from your app store. After you have connected the camera with your smartphone, you can transfer the files to your phone without any additional network. From your phone you can share the photos and videos right away via WhatsApp and mail. There's a user guide on how to connect your phone with your camera on my channel. If you turn the camera during playback, the photos will turn with your movement as well. And yes, you can use this camera for vlogging as well. The biggest disadvantage is that you can't see yourself through a 3-inch LCD display because you cannot tilt it towards you. And it has no touch function either. How this camera performs in a loud city like Frankfurt, here's the ultimate vlogging test with
Roberto
Alissa.
ist halt auch mit am Start, der hockt nur irgendwo in der Ecke und spielt mit seinem Handy rum. Ich muss sagen, ich sehe mich jetzt nicht. Ich weiß jetzt nicht, wie weit ich jetzt hier von mir entfernt bin. Ob das jetzt gut aussieht oder nicht, kann ich erst im Nachhinein sehen. Von daher als Vlogging-Kamera zwar leicht und gut für die Tasche, aber für mich persönlich nichts.
Especially Alissa had a lot of fun testing the zoom on the 720 HS. It's so simple to use and you get so close that you might see some things that you have not seen before. The transition from dark to bright or the other way around takes a few moments, but that depends on the speed you're moving the camera. And by the way, the image stabilizer does a really nice job as well on this camera. The Canon PowerShot SX720 HS offers some fancy filters as well, designed for your creativity. I don't really get used to these filters because they are too fancy for me, but you might feel really comfortable with them. Here are some examples, enjoy! One feature that makes this camera outstanding from other digital cameras is the option to use the manual mode. You can adjust the aperture, ISO and the shutter speed by yourself. If you want to go a step beyond as a beginner, you have now the option to do so. The shortest shutter possible is 3200 and the longest exposure time is up to 15 seconds. I recommend to try as much as possible to see how it works. The live view helps a lot, by the way. On the mode dial at your thumb you have access to the live mode. During the live mode you can adjust the brightness, select the natural or vivid colors for your photo and make it cool or warm. Let's get to a quick conclusion and the pros about the 720 HS. It's a great camera that fits into most of your jeans and other small pockets. The zoom of this camera is outstanding with its 24 to 960 mm. Perfect lens for the next holiday. And the buffer of this camera lets you shoot photos forever. And of course, some pros, some contras. We have some contras as well. We have no tilt display for vlogging. I did not find any option to select RAW as a file type. And the focus takes quite a long time to focus during long distance shots. Thank you very much for watching this review in English. If you have any questions about this camera, feel free to post them under this video as a comment. If you have made your own experience with this camera, feel free to talk about it. There's also some space for it in the comments section. There's of course a link with many photos and videos as a download in the description below. See you soon, bye bye.